Oh god.
It's the 10th.
Okay. And then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the results of the tests we had performed earlier. Oh yeah, on that dagger.
Oh yeah. Tests?
Yes, tests on the bloody dagger that was found stuck in the pine tree.
Oh yeah, that. I totally forgot about that.
That's the weapon that Mei Fei used when she fought with the victim.
What are the results? What's the victim's blood or?
Due to time constraints, a full test wasn't possible. However, there was one thing we can say with certainty. The blood that was on this dagger was not the victim's blood.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That is all. Now then, let's restart this trial again.
So it wasn't Misty's blood on the dagger. Then whose was it? Was it Godot's?
I'm sure both the defendant and the prosecution knows this, but this trial is rapidly coming to a close. Both sides will need to show some firm evidence with their claims.
I understand, Your Honor. I just, it's like I'm starting to zone out.
Same. From what I've heard, the witness is dangerously weak and physically speaking, so let's finish this quickly. Yeah, he has...
Agreed.
Very well, please bring in the last witness. With this.
Hello.
Witness, please tell us your name and profession. My profession is, I'm the assistant manager at the Wright Co. office. And I've lost my voice.
I mean, she has been gone a long time. Maya.
According to the magazine I have here, you're a spiritual medium of the current challenge techniques of channeling. I'm threatened. The fake land, I don't have any more to do with it.
You don't. No, she doesn't want any more to do with it.
I have nothing to do with it. I don't want anything to do with it anymore.
Oh, Maya. The pain the Fae bloodline causes must be unbearable.
Very well. Then, Miss Faye, when the event occurred, you were in the garden of the inner temple, the temple, and you witnessed the moment of the Miss Elise murder. Is this correct?
Objection!
Straighten up this instantly, young lady. Take your head up and speak clearly. There's always time for crying later. Oh, your mother was killed right in front of your eyes. There's nothing you can do to change that fact. But there's something you can do. You can finish this. You've been watching the whole thing right? Right. You've seen the witness once out, and you come out, and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them. Now it's your turn. Let's hear your testimony. On the night of the crime, what exactly did you see happen? God, he's such a dick. Witness, if you please. Yes, Your Honor. Oh my god. I was passing through the garden on my way to the to a spare prep room when it happened. And suddenly, someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and ended up against a stone lantern. I think I screamed, "Help me!" Then something warm splashed over me. That's when I lost consciousness. So you're struck on the head. I suppose it must have been the staff.
Maya, the person who hit you. Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, Nick. I couldn't see. I don't know who it was.
Maya, think hard.
Sorry, Nick, but I really couldn't. Can't say it was an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around alone. Seems that it would be hard to determine the criminal through testimony alone. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination. Okay.
Maya, hang in there. She doesn't look well at all.
One doesn't she?
Okay, out.
Okay.
I think it's this one. You think you screamed, but you're not sure?
Listen, I was completely wrecked. I was completely incomplete. It was dark and I couldn't see my hacker. But it was a man, a woman, an adult, a child?
A deer?
I had no idea. I was scared out of my wits. Believe me, my dear, I certainly would have, soiled my robes. Oh no. I thought this person might attack me, so I... Anyway, I'm pretty sure I screamed. I thought that it was my last hope.
Wow, it seems like poor little Maya was really out of her mind. But I wonder what she meant by last hope. What do? Do I press her for more details? My last hope. Wait a minute, Maya. What's this, my last hope stuff?
Oh, what? What do you mean your last hope?
No. That's what you said. You said my last hope.
Huh? What? I said what?
Oh my god. Look, you were facing an attack that you couldn't see and you screamed, right? You screamed, help me.
Yeah?
But you testified that you screamed because you thought it was your last hope.
Oh, well, you know, it's like, what do you call it when that happens?
Mine's not doing so well up there.
Oh, yeah, oh, that's right. I remember now. I was facing my attacker, but that's not who I was screaming at.
Would you say?
Yeah, that's right. It was the person behind my attacker that I was yelling at. That's who I was screaming to for help. So there was two people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is it now?
I messed up. I didn't mean to let that slip out.
Huh?
Oh. Witness, are you so absolutely sure of what you're saying? Behind the attacker, there was another person? Well, I meant to keep that for a secret. Oh no. What have I done? It takes a ton of pressure to make a diamond. That's what I always say. A ton of pressure? You're in a court of law here. You can't make things up or try to hide things in this chamber. Witness. The impression you just presented is vital to this case. I want you to add it to your testimony.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm sticking my behind my attacker, but the light of the stone lantern. The stone was lit
but the
up.
lantern wasn't.
But they said it wasn't lit up.
Not lit
but
the night of the crime.
Unless that's a lie.
So there was a man standing behind your attacker.
Yeah.
That man, he's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He's the one who killed Elise. Otherwise known as Mustafa, your mother.
Killer?
Maya, you know who killed your mother, don't you?
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
To be frank, Your Honor, I think she's in shock and quite confused. That's why she hasn't noticed the huge problem with her testimony.
What do you mean? What problem?
Maya, on the night of the crime, that stone lantern was out of commission.
Huh? What?
Huh.
Okay.
It's true.
Okay.
There was no light anywhere in the garden that night.
Order in the court. Mr. Kuro, explain this. No. The pressure of milk to the perfect clear darkness of coffee, sir.
So, maybe the lightning is what she saw as the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the state of the witness's mind right now. The cup of cafe
Light? Something?
Light? Cafe LA? Is that even illegal?
Oh my god.
Mr. Wright's words are the milk and you are the spoon. Your Honor, I'm a spoon. I'm not spoony.
Final Fantasy reference.
I have, you know? Okay. You must have noticed it too, right? This witness's mental state is highly unstable right now. It's not hard to understand why she would make a little mistake like that.
Objection. Sorry, but that's not going to cut it.
What do you say? They say what do you say a lot.
Is that truly no light in the garden? Then there's a fatal contradiction to the witness's last bit of testimony. May I? Recall the witness's statement about her attacker. She said that she didn't know if it was a man or a woman, an adult or a child. And yet, the witness could describe a person that was standing behind her attacker. And she quite clearly describes him as a man.
Yep.
In other words, that would have to mean that Maya actually saw our mystery person.
Yeah.
Despite it being so dark that she couldn't see the face of her own attacker.
Order. What in the world does this all mean, Mr. Wright? Are you saying Miss Faye saw the real killer under pitch black conditions?
Objection!
Oh no. Right. Do you have any idea what you're proposing?
Yes.
How could she have seen it in the dark? The lightning. There was no other light source at the scene.
Well, besides the fire and the lightning.
Yep, fire, lightning.
There are some things that you can only see in the dark, Mr. Godot.
Toffee.
Maya, you did see the killer who was in the dark, Darth Vader, and now you're trying to cover for him.
Cover? For the man that killed your mother?
There's only one conclusion I can draw from this. You know who the man is.
Yep. Because one of his the goggles.
Yeah. Oh, because his goggles glow in the dark.
It took me for a moment. I don't know anything, please. I'm begging you. You talk a good game, Wright. But let's see if you can walk the walk. It was pitch black, and so what could the witness see? I'm calling your bluff. No, don't. Please, stop. But
Maya's dead set on protecting this guy. The man who murdered Maya's long-lost mother. But I can't let him get away with it.
Yeah.
I'm a lawyer, an officer of the court. I'm here to find the truth.
Alright, Mr. Wright. Time to show us what you've got. Who was this person that you say... Who's the person that you say Miss Faye saw in the darkness? Yeah, because that's the only thing that makes sense.
We don't know his age, though.
No. Because he dead, apparently.
Yes. Because it was pitch black, Miss Faye was able to recognize the killer easily. I'm sure the court would like to see for itself how this is possible, yes?
What? But how do you propose to show us something like that? Turn off the lights.
It's easy. We just need to recreate the conditions of that night.
Conditions?
Your Honor, the defense officially requests that all the lights in this courtroom be turned off.
Yep. Oh, that was easy. What is this? It can't be. Yep.
He glows.
That was a bit of a distraction. Try it.
Okay, that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, This is the man Maya saw on the night of the murder.
Yeah, that's why he wasn't there the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Order. Prosecutor, go. What is the meaning of this? Surely you must be shocked to hear yourself accused of such a thing. Why aren't you denying it? Yeah. Your Honor, you're asking the wrong person. What do you mean by that? If you got a question, ask the witness. That's the one of my rules.
Well, Maya, how about it? What you saw that night? Was it 3 glowing red lights? Was it a stoplight?
Well, witness, answer the question. You're on. Oh, okay. I never saw that.
Maya.
I said the person that said my mother was a man. For a totally different reason.
What?
Witness, Mr. Wright, what's that? Oh, stop chattering, Your Honor. Chattering? If it's worth asking, ask the witness. That's one of my rules. Is he broken?
Yeah.
Alright. Well then, let's continue with the testimony.
Because he keeps switching it over to Maya because she won't tell.
Please tell us how you knew the killer was a man. Yes, Your Honor. I didn't realize it until after I woke up, but...
The killer.
What did you do? I was just laying there on the hall floor. By the time I got back to the garden, the place had totally changed. The torches were lit and the body was gone. And all the snow around the stone lantern had been carefully cleaned up too. Since the person did all that work alone, I just assumed he was a man.
That doesn't make sense, but okay.
So it was after the crime took place that the witness came to think the killer was a man. Yes, that's right. I'm sorry, Your Honor, No need to apologize. It's, as Mr. Yoda said, you're utterly exhausted. It's only natural that you would be a little confused. Also, if you consider the situation you described, it doesn't seem too much of a stretch to assume the culprit was a man. Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination.
Okay, but the torches being lit, what? Like...
Yeah.
Torches were lit.
Yes, it's how I noticed that the whole scene had changed.
I'm gonna say it was the killer who lit the torches. I mean, who else could it be?
Killer probably lit them since it'd be impossible to do any cover up work in the dark. However, if that's true, there's one thing that still bothers me. Why did the killer go to the effort of moving the body?
That's true, it's hard to see how that would be of any advantage to the killer. The only one who would gain anything from that would be the only person that was at the Inner Temple, Maya.
Very well, let me hear some more about the condition of the crime scene. Okay. Carefully.
So you're saying the killer cleaned up the snow. It did look really odd.
Yep.
Snow was removed in an unnatural rectangular shape around the lantern.
There's no shovels around the Inner Temple. But it was really heavy, way too heavy for me to use. An odd fellow indeed, this killer. Why on earth would anyone want to take snow away?
Well, there's one thing I can think of. You say there were a lot of victims' blood sprayed onto the snow. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
They were trying to clean it up.
Their corpse ended up being slaughtered.
In other words, killer's purpose was to hide the bloody snow. I think that's the most reasonable explanation.
Perhaps. However, there's something that's bothering me. The kind find hiding the shield with the blood on it. Yeah, sorry. There's no need to rule them out.
That's true. He could have scooped just the snow that was stained with blood.
It looks like there's some mysterious behind this issue. Mysteries. I think this will help us to
Okay.
She shoomed. Which was man? Was it Ichigo? Did you do Ichigo? Were you there?
Okay, night, bye. Love you.
Oh yeah.
Naturally, the killer must have done it, alright?
Yeah, I think so.
But why would the killer tamper with the crime scene like that? There must have been something that the killer desperately wanted to hide, like a cat kicking me in the back again.
Rude. Truth is, when I saw the crime scene, I felt something.
You did?
Yes. I felt like the killer was hiding the evidence from me. For my sake. What? Hiding for you? Everyone knew that I was the only one at the inner temple that night. If Sister Bikini had come back and looked at the garden?
She may have thought you had done it.
No, she definitely would have thought so. Okay, you're saying that's why the killer cleaned up the crime scene, made it look like nothing had happened? Yes, I'm sure of it. Well, that's certainly an important piece of information. I want you to add that to your testimony. Yes, Your Honor.
Thing is, then he would have gotten rid of the Maya thing.
Yeah, but then he can't see it.
True.
If it was him, he says he could not see it. That's why he freaked out. He did really freak out when we pointed it out to him.
I still think it has something to do with the lantern, though.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what else it would be.
Yeah.
The body of Elise was carried all the way to Hazakura Temple courtyard. Then at the garden, the real scene of the crime. The snow that we suspect was covered in blood was scooped up and removed. It's reasonable to believe all this was done in an attempt to hide the true crime scene. However, there's still one matter that seems somewhat odd. Yeah, so
Yeah. Oh.
he tried to remove the blood, but yeah, he couldn't see it on the thing to remove that too.
Yeah.
You must have figured it out by now, Mr. Godot. It's a message written in blood on the lantern. It was written very clearly on the white stone lantern. Maya. The killer was so motivated to protect Maya from suspicion. And why didn't they wipe the writing off the lantern?
Yeah. Right. Because they didn't see it. Order, but Mr. Wright, isn't it in fact that the killer was trying to cover up the crime scene?
Indeed. But it doesn't make much sense to move the body and remove the bloody snow. Did not wipe off the most incriminating thing of all, the bloody writing.
Yep. But if that's the case, do you have an explanation for the killer's mysterious behavior? But why would this killer move the body and remove all of the snow, but then leave the body's writing on the lantern? Because they couldn't see.
I don't know what the killer's plan was. But it's a fact that the killer left the writing on the lantern. There must be a reason for it.
Well then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your opinion. Why did the killer leave the message written in the blood on the lantern?
The killer didn't notice it.
Yeah.
Prostitutor Godot.
Yeah.
Earlier in this trial, you gave me some good advice, but you eliminate the impossible. Whatever remains must be the truth.
Maybe you're not as dumb as I thought.
Real killer wanted to disguise the fact that the crime had occurred there. If that's the case, they wouldn't have left the bloody writing on the stone lantern on purpose. Therefore, it must mean that they didn't notice it.
But that doesn't make sense. The torches were all lit and everything. There's no way any normal person would miss something as glaring as that.
You're right. There's no way any normal person would.
What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright?
There's only one person involved in this incident who could have missed seeing the blood writing altogether.
Would that be, tell me, who is the person that could have failed to notice the bloody writing? The person who's been pinning shit on.
Yeah, Mr. Godot. This is what you said yesterday.
My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. You can't see everything? Is that correct, Mr. Dorado?
This lantern was submitted as evidence today. They hauled it into the courtroom.
Yeah.
I would like to the court to think back to the moment it was first presented.
This lantern, there's something written on it. Why? It's written in blood. Nonsense. This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle.
Mr. Godot just admitted it. There are certain colors you can't see, correct? You can't see red on a white background, can you? That's right. We went through this once before. During the poisoning case at the Tribulations.
Yeah. This is Abram, Miss Bird was wearing at the time. And somehow spilled coffee on it. Yeah. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Odo. Why have you not explained the bloodstains to the court? Bloodstains? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games for us here. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one could told me anything about it. Bloodstain. Told you, can't see it.
You could see the coffee on the white apron, but you couldn't see the ketchup because it was red, and you love coffee. Coffee seer.
It's strange. In a black and white photo, these letters would have appeared black to me. I wonder, why am I the only one that can't see them? So then, Mr. Yoda, are you admitting it? Are you meaning that you can't see the red writing on the lantern? Okay. Hey, Gramps, didn't you know? That's the reason why I don't drink red tea. What?
Okay. I wasn't sure about it until now, but I just can't believe it. It's not butter. Prosecutor Godot is the murderer. But there's no going back now. I finally figured out the truth. Mr. Godot, the defense at this time formally accuses you. You were the murderer of Mrs. Lees, also known as Miss Misty Fee.
It's hard to believe this may be true. However, once again, Mr. Wright has brought up a disquieting fact about you. Yeah. Gotta drink more coffee. Just make sure you don't fill out the indictment in red ink, Gramps. Come on. How does a little graffiti make me into the killer? Besides, it's not like it's my name that's written there.
I'm certain that the killer wasn't able to see the color red.
This verge do go on, right?
The answer's right there at the crime scene. In the snow.
Snow. So how? How so? Snow.
Well, for example, why did the killer move all that snow? Your Honor, you said it yourself. If he wanted to hide the bloody snow, why not just take out just that area?
Yes, why didn't he take just that area?
Because he couldn't see it, so he decided to move everything. Yes, the killer couldn't see the red blood that had seeped in the snow. So he had to remove all the snow. He couldn't be sure of where the blood had landed, so he removed the whole area.
More likely that the killer couldn't see the blood because it was dark.
Not a chance. The torches were all lit. He would have been able to see just fine.
It seems that once again, this trial has taken an unexpected turn, to say the least. Can you explain this, Mr. Goto? Yes, explain it.
Oh.
She said it. Wait just a minute.
Maya.
What is it? Witness? Mr. Goto, is that the killer? After all, he didn't even come to the inner temple until 2 days after the murder took place. He didn't show up until after the old bridge got fixed up.
Objection!
Maya. You can't have something like that. Why? What do you mean? I'm not, like... Yeah. After the murder happened, you didn't even exist.
Yep.
She didn't. I'm afraid I don't follow. Are you seeing an old man? We established this just a while ago. After the murder, this witness was unconscious for a long time. Yep, because she was telling Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh, that's right. Oh, please, Your Honor, let me add it to my testimony. Nick, please listen to me.
Maya. Do you plan to cover up for Pinocchio? No matter what the cost? If that's the case, then I've got no choice.
Oh, okay.
Your Honor, let's hear her testimony. If it means we're going to hear the whole truth, I say we should not silence her.
Nicely done, right? Okay, but you're a murderer, dude.
Yeah.
Very well. Let's hear the witness testimony. You tell us what happened at the inner temple after the murder. Yes, sir. After I woke up, I began telling, and my spirit left me, as it were. But little Pearlie was there at the inner temple too.
After the incident.
Pearlie was also stuck on the inner temple side that night. The next morning, she looked around and couldn't find anyone. Next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the spare prep room. That's when Mr. Godo arrived at the inner temple for the first time. He found Pearlie first and cheered her up right up. Okay. Who is this Pearlie? That's my little cousin, Pearl Faye. So when did you hear about this? Just a while ago, when I was in the medical office. I'm really sorry. But what you heard from someone else is simply not admissible as a testimony. What? Come on! Billy would never tell a lie. He's a way more honest person than I would be.
Real smart, Maya. You always know the best thing to say when you're under oath.
The prosecution has no objection. We believe the witness. Mr. Godo. Let's just move on to the cross-examination if the defense has no objections. This is highly unusual, but, well, Mr. Wright.
Let's get this cross-examination started.
Okay. So, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, he found Pearl first.
Mm-hmm.
He cheered her up?
That's what Pearl said. She said he was a very nice older gentleman. Thank you for looking after my cousin, Mr. Goto. And here I was thinking you were nothing more than a coffee addict. Oh my god. Cut it out. You're making me blush.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This guy is really beginning to get on my nerves. There's a cat licking me in more ways than
no.
one. Oh god, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant, but okay.
The truth is there are not many places left on the inner temple side. The policemen and women were all busy going over the garden when Fusco? Okay.
Fusco.
So, I decided to carry out an evacuation on my own, Mr. Goto style. I'm the same way. I like to hand down verdicts in my own way, judge style. Okay.
Maybe I should ask some more questions. Cheering pearls up. What about the investigation? You said that you conducted your own investigation of your own finding. Did you find anything?
Looks like my investigation went about as well as yours, Trey. After all, I didn't miss the bloody writing on the lantern.
What?
Jesus, demons! Well, I didn't miss it, so speak for yourself, Goggles.
The only odd thing I discovered was the beauty in the training hall.
Beauty.
Miss Faye, naturally. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western states. But that was...
Western taste? Could he find a stranger way to describe gravy?
Yeah. So from there you headed for the prep room?
Wait a second. What did Godot say just now? I think I found his proverbial weak spot. There's only one thing of importance here. Where was Godot when the murder was taking place? He must have already been at the inner temple when it happened. Otherwise, he couldn't have killed Elise. Mr. Godot! The first time you crossed Dusky Bridge and went into the Inner Temple was long before the murder took place.
Yep. What? Why did you say that?
Because he just made one fatal slip-up. Hanging scroll in the training hall.
Hanging scroll. Yeah. But... Mr. Godo's right. That scroll's just a picture of the mother.
Maya, I know you who it is. I know you know who it is. But there's something you didn't know. By the time the bridge had been repaired 2 days after the murder, the hanging scroll in the training hall looked like this.
What's that wonderful delicious smell?
The morning after the crime, someone covered it with gravy.
Gravy? But why gravy, Nick?
Because gravy was much more than a condiment to the culprit. Well, Mr. Godot, if you really hadn't seen the hanging scroll until after the murder, you wouldn't have had any way of knowing it was Misty Faye.
Nope. Wait a minute, Nick.
Yes?
Take another look at the hanging scroll. Look at the top. There's a crest there.
It's the mark of the master, correct?
Exactly. So if you know that the meaning of the mark, then you could have guessed that it was a picture of Misty Faye on there.
True, but Mr. Godot described what was underneath like this. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb surrounded by hue, aroma of Western tastes.
Oh.
Yes, it's possible that he knew what the crest meant. However, he couldn't have known that she was wearing Jackie's clothing. Mr. Godot, on the day of the murder, you were hiding at the Inner Temple long before the crime took place.
Can I ask you just one little thing, Wright?
What is it?
This whole theory of yours, it all rests on a certain assumption. That I knew beforehand that the crime was going to be committed.
That's right. Otherwise, there's no reason for him to sneak out into the crime scene.
Of course, Mr. Ginocchio knew about the plan.
Huh?
What did you say?
What did he say?
Is it really possible that another person knew that plan? Oh yeah, because the letter was
The letter.
open.
This crime was actually planned over a year ago. Morgan Fay authorized the plan for her daughter's future, and these instructions were hidden somewhere in Fay Manor for a year. However, by the time Little Pearls found out these instructions, they had already been unsealed.
Unsealed?
Yes. The killer had read these instructions long before Pearls ever found them. That's how he knew the crime was to take place at the Inner Temple.
You still insist this crafty killer's me?
You bet I do.
But you just said that the instructions were hidden.
That's right. Mr. Godot couldn't have known where the instructions were hidden.
If he really wanted to know, he had a great chance to find out.
Yes, and what was that? And when was that?
During a visit,
A visit?
Morgan Fay told her daughter Pearl about where the hidden instructions were. During one of her visits to the detention center. That was the only time for someone to have learned where they were hidden.
He's dropping on a visit at the detention center?
Yes, it could be arranged if you were someone with an easy access, easy in and out there. For example, a prosecutor such as Mr. Godot.
Order. Mr. Kuro, you're under fire again.
This murder could not have been carried out without the prior knowledge. And you. You were the only one that could have acquired this information for the murder.
Humans are afraid of the dark. And yet, at the same time, we're fascinated and bewitched by it. Maybe that's why humans drink the darkness that is coffee. Okay, son. He's 14 and deep.
Sorry for always asking, but what does that mean?
It means there's a reason for everything. According to your theory, the killers in this case eavesdropped on a conversation during the jail visit where he learned of a hidden plan for crime. After discovering the plans, he hid in the Inner Temple and waited for the crime to occur. Then he held took a person's life. And he did all that just to protect this witness?
That's right.
If you're accusing me of this crime, I have to ask you, why would I do this? This girl's nothing but a stranger to me. No. I've got no reason to go through that kind of trouble to protect her. I am what you see. I am clearly not the type to rescue the damsel in distress, even though you've been saying beautiful ladies.
Yes.
Okay, the killer's behavior is certainly extreme, for lack of a better word. Even considering that the killer wanted to protect this witness's life. His behavior is still a little too unnatural. Supernatural.
However, you had a good reason, didn't you, Mr. Godot? an unshakable reason that forced you to protect this witness at all costs.
I know. You figured it out, haven't you?
Maya, guess you're doing your best to cover for Godot. For the same reason, huh?
Ichigo. Ow. Okay, try all yours. Let's hear it.
It's very simple, like lemonade. Maya Fey is a lot more than just a stranger to you.
What's this?
There's only one person who lies at the very center of this whole story. One person that ties you and Maya Fey together inextricably. Mia. There's a very good reason why Maya, apparently. Maya Fey's life is so precious to you. After all, she's Mia Fey's only sister.
Yeah, Faye.
You once worked alongside her. That was when you were a defense attorney.
Wait a second here. Naruto is a defense attorney?
With your honor's piercing intellect, you must have figured it out by now. The real name of this man who calls himself Godot. His real name is Diego Armando. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm. The last time someone called me by that name was over 6 years ago. Diego Morel. The name rings a bell.
It should, Your Honor. All of this is related to a single case.
Yep.
A case in which a convict named Terry Falls killed himself. Mia Fey's first attempt in court, the tragic outcome left a deep wound in her heart. She knew that behind it all was a heartless, scheming demoness in disguise. But then, Mia couldn't tear off that disguise. However, there was one man who reached out to help her. Diego Armando, a senior defense attorney at the office where Mia worked.
It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself.
Yeah. You can't cry yet. Oh yeah. I forgot here. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. I was moved by her. The way she pulled all her faith in her clients, that pure sweetheart of hers. That's why I could never forgive Dahlia Hawthorne. Mia and I thoroughly investigated that fake kidnapping incident. Then one fatal day, Dahlia wanted to meet me. It had been 6 months since the trial, and we met in the courthouse cafeteria. Yeah, I just remembered. 6 years ago, right here in this courthouse, you were poisoned.
Oh, so it fucked his eyesight.
Yeah, even I didn't see it coming.
It literally.
Mm-hmm. Dahlia Hawthorne slipped some poison into my coffee. Some newspaper at the time called in the murder. Very little information about the case was released to the press.
But you weren't dead at all.
No. No official reports ever actually called it a murder. He was just in a deep, deep coma.
I see.
My body shut down. My life became nothing but a long, deep sleep. That woman's poison did a real number on my central nervous system. I lost my sight, and all of my hair turned white due to the damage it caused.
That's terrible.
Apparently, it was a miracle that I ever regained consciousness. 5 years has passed since I drank the poisoned brew. One morning, my eyes flew open from the smell of a doctor's cup of coffee. Okay. 5 years. You were asleep for 5 years. The worst possible news was waiting for me. Yup. Yeah, Faye was dead. From the very moment I opened my eyes, I'd already lost everything I thought I had. The woman I loved had been murdered, and the woman I've loathed had been sent to death. The woman you loathed? The woman who had spiked my scalding hot coffee, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne.
She's Hawthorne. Hawthorne. Could only, she didn't let me down. She got her revenge before she checked out. In the end, there wasn't anyone waiting for me when I woke up.
That's so sad.
For someone like me, for someone who had slept away the past days, there was only 2 reasons left to live. And it was for these 2 reasons that I decided to become a prosecutor.
If I may ask, what were your 2 reasons to live?
The first was you, Wright.
I'm concerned.
Me.
If I hadn't drank that stupid poison, Faye never would have died, much less the way she did. You were the only one who was there to protect her. But you let her die. It was all your fault.
No, it wasn't.
Fucker?
It was
Wasn't
not
like that.
I wanted to see it for myself, what kind of man you really were.
So that's why you became a prosecutor?
My other reason for living, she goes by the name of Maya Faye.
Maya.
Maya.
She's Maya. Maya Faye, Jesus.
You were the only one.
Hairball.
Only way I could make up for the sin of not saving me. 1 year ago, when the Earn Village incident was resolved, it was obvious that Morgan Faye was planning something. Whatever her evil plan was, I was determined to stop it. My role as a prosecutor put me in the perfect position to do something about her.
That's how you overheard Pearl's visit with Morgan at the detention center.
I knew that the time was drawing near. Since I knew the plan, I thought I could foil it. My goal was to outwit the plan. I thought if I could do that, I could keep the girl from being caught up in it.
That makes sense. Pearls had known that the actual purpose of the plan was to kill Maya. She never would have helped out. Okay.
Dying. Finally, the day of the plan was drawing near. I contacted both of my accomplices. Iris Hazakura Temple and Misty Faye. I especially need the health virus. She was to take the fall in my backup plan in case we couldn't control Pearl Faye.
But how did you contact my mother? She had been missing for almost 20 years.
Officially, yes.
What? What do you mean officially?
You've heard about it, haven't you? About the strong ties between the main family and the government? Oh, right.
Now that you mention it, Bikini did say something to that effect. She said that the Master of the Kurain had a great authority.
Even without her official position, Misty Faye still wield great influence. The police have been keeping an eye on her movements all this time. That's how I was able to contact her. Again, because I'm a position as a prosecutor.
So my mother was cooperating with you?
Don't ever forget. No matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped thinking about you.
She was always...
That's why I knew she would do anything to protect you. If you want to know how strong her resolve to protect you was, look at her staff.
Her staff? The one with the sword in it?
The day the plan was to be carried out arrived soon enough. we met for the first time at Hazako Temple. That's when your mother showed me her special staff. I realized it then, just how far she was willing to go. She was ready to use that sword to protect you from Morgan Fay if necessary. Yes, even if it meant paying the ultimate price.
Mother.
That's the night of the crime. Jesus. There was just one way to stop Morgan's evil plan.
You mean pearls, don't you?
We had to make sure she didn't challenge Dahlia Hawthorne.
And challenge her. Well, Chris, what are you going to do tonight?
Well,
If you'd like, you can come to my room. Perhaps we can read some books together.
We can look at some books together. We thought we could prevent her from playing her part in Morgan's plan. But she never showed up.
She was worried. She was worried about the nuclear temple.
That was the thing we were almost afraid of. And that's why Missy Faye had to do the challenge herself. She challenged Dahlia Hawthorne into her own body.
What do you mean?
if she channeled the spirit first, then Pearls wouldn't be able to do it herself.
Yeah.
As Master Grin's Faye's power was supreme. So, that's how it went down. She challenged old Dahlia Hawthorne so that Pearl Faye wouldn't be able to.
What? Is this true?
My role in the plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt May Faye. That's why I hid myself at the temple, Air Temple, just in case you needed to be saved from Dahlia Hawthorne.
You know.
Anyway, that's all I'm going to admit to. Right?
Huh?
There's no doubt about it. You're a great defense attorney, but you're going to have to do the rest for yourself.
The background leading up to this incident has been laid bare. There's just one question remaining, Mr. Wright. Who killed the victim? There are only two possible suspects right now. My Faye. And I'm sad to say yes, Mr. Godot.
Well, try. If you're the real deal, then finish this thing once and for all. Show us beyond a shadow of doubt that you can finish this on your own.
Mama, please don't.
Maya.
I heard the whole thing. From my sister in the medical office. That's why I have to protect Mr. Godot. I can't do it. I can't testify against him. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect Mia and me, too.
Maya, I know that.
Nick.
But even so, doesn't absolve him of his crime.
Yeah.
Please, Maya, testify.
Miss Faye, your testimony, please.
This is the final testimony. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I'll know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips.
I understand. I'm sure you're right. I'm running Nick.
Alright, young lady, tell us about the moments before you lost consciousness. What exactly happened at the time of the murder?
Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights through them. I thought I asked for help, but just then, I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead though. She struck back at the enemy behind her. lights went out, and the whole area was dark. Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream. Right after that, Dolly collapsed, and I lost consciousness. The lights? Thought you said you didn't remember seeing them. I'm sorry. I thought I saw them, but then they disappeared all of a sudden. Things break, Trite. Even the best of theories.
Game theories.
Who was it that stabbed Miss DeFay? It looks like you still can't prove it.
Maya's telling the truth this time, I know it. Rest is up to me.
Well then, Mr. Wright. Proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness.
Okay, let's see.
Still wondering if her mom still ended up stabbing herself, though.
Yeah.
Because if she was so strong...
There was a horrible scream. So, who screamed? Was it Mom? What do you mean, just at the moment? Do you mean the moment when the red lights went out? The red light district?
Yeah, that's right.
The scream you heard, then, was it Dahlia?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Hi.
It was a man's voice.
Oh.
What? Oh, okay. So then the scream came from the killer?
That's gotta be it.
I think Dahlia Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it. And then the killer let out a scream pain. Huh. After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess? Yeah, I wonder.
Well, Mr. Wright, it seems to make sense to me.
Sounds like a reasonable deduction, but I still kind of wonder.
Meow.
I think there has to be a contradiction. I'm sorry to say this, but that interpretation would be an enormous contradiction to this cat that wants me to pet them.
Yep, that makes sense after all. My deductions are almost certainly never correct.
Okay.
Remember the testimony she gave before the killer let out a scream? Maya said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood.
Yep.
In other words, the blade and the staff had already been plunged into the victim. She couldn't have struck back with a sword that was already stuck in her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff.
You were so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer, Trite.
Is it the dagger?
Yeah. There's only one thing I can think of that could have been used as the weapon here.
John Hawthorne had already been stabbed in the back by the staff. What could have been used to strike back at the killer?
Naturally, the killer brought to the scene of the crime.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
The dagger was at the scene of the crime, stuck into the pine tree.
Yes, the detective found this morning and brought it to me.
Did he forget that?
Yeah. Dahlia struck back at the killer with this, and she managed to wound him as well.
Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded.
There's blood, son.
For all we know, that blood on the dye could have been from the victim.
We know it's not.
Have you forgotten the blood has already been tested? Yeah, that's another thing. He's hiding his left hand. I haven't seen his left hand.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if he got his left hand injured. Since we learned it wasn't the victim's blood, it must be the killer's blood.
Yep.
The killer must have wounds somewhere on his body.
Yep. Now, take off your clothes. So you're saying the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer?
Exactly. A DNA analysis of the blood would prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Okay, there's his left hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so where would he have been injured then? It'd prove that it's your blood.
Yeah. You see it occasionally. Yes,
Like, the only other place I know is under his mask.
Yeah. Order in the court.
Is then have I done it?
Is it?
Even he won't be able to change the results of a scientific test.
Let me ask you something, right? Let's just say that it turns out that I was the killer. Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that?
Yes. What?
Just think for a second. This dagger was found this morning by a detective brought to me. There was already blood on it, correct? But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom.
Yes. What does that prove?
Well, you didn't really were the killer. I could have washed the blade off and then painted another person's blood on it.
And that might have been what he actually did.
Yeah.
That can't be.
In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee you, right? That blood, it doesn't belong to me. Not chance.
What?
What if it does?
Mm-hmm.
In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. Alright then, witness, continue testimony. Wait a minute!
What's the problem?
Yes, I know I probably shouldn't say this, but there's a big contradiction in Nick's explanation.
Maya.
This dagger, you said that it wounded the killer?
That's right.
But, if Mr. Kuro really had been cut with a dagger, his clothes should be bloody or however ripping them, right?
Exactly. But like I said, under the mask is the only place. Maya. Maybe he just changed his clothes. That solved the contradiction pretty easily.
What are you talking about? It's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder? Everyone that was on the inner temple side got trapped there. Ah, that's right. And once the bridge was fixed, the police headed over for the inner temple. Innards.
Mr.
Kuro was already there waiting for them. Meow. He never had a chance to change his clothes. Unless it's on his face, which is hidden by his mask.
Order in the court.
Well, he may have brought a change of clothes with him.
But no one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut down the bridge.
Shut down.
Shut down. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes? I mean,
Did the judges take smart pills during the last recess? Well then, maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed the murder.
He was naked?
Way he wouldn't get any blood on them.
That's a muscle trait. You know how cold it gets up there late at night. After a few minutes with the new clothes on, you'd be frozen solid.
Funny.
So that's all you got? I knew you were tough enough to finish this. Right on now. Do me a favor here. She would have closed the book on this case already.
If Mia Fey was here, none of this would have happened. If me a favor here.
So come on, Trite. Can you do it or not?
Meow meow.
Hi.
How about it, Mr. Wright? Can you finish it? If you accuse Mr. Goto of being the killer, like, can you prove it? Have you got even one piece of evidence? I mean,
Question whether it is and I can prove it or not. The fact. Oh god. Burps. The fact is, I have to prove it. That's the only choice I have.
Yep. Finger.
I'm running out of tea.
Yeah.
I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer. I can prove it. I'm going to bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition just as you want it.
That's good. A fire till on the bitter end, right? Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point.
I don't know, take off the mask, son.
Why don't we go for the ultimate penciling?
Pencil? Oh.
Are you trying to pressure me, Mr. Godot? This doesn't matter to me. I've got the one piece of evidence I need.
Give me a break. You got nothing, right?
So what do I do at a time like this? It's simple.
Throw a cup of coffee.
I've got to throw a cup of coffee on him and approach this from a different angle.
Alright then, Mr. Wright, let's hear what you got.
There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. This paper right here. The killer was wounded, but that was proven by the blood on the dagger.
But you said it was impossible for him to have hidden such a wound. If he had been caught by the dagger, then should have been a blood stain on his clothing.
There's one place the killer could have hidden his wound.
What did you say? Hidden? Yep.
This is it. My last stand. I need to think about this from a different angle. I don't need to think about this why bloodstains on his clothes. I need to show how he hid the wound.
It's in the line. That's final stop. Try. Let's hear what you got. Where's the location where you say the killer hit his wounded?
Should I select him?
Because what else is there?
Nothing as far as I know, so I'm gonna select him.
I don't know what you're talking about. And frankly, I don't need to know. What do I know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was.
He's just stuck on that.
Isn't that right, right?
Oh.
What was it just now? Yeah. It can't be. You're living on. It's sort of him.
Even as we speak, you're still hiding the wound. It's beneath your mask. During the fight, the red lights give off by the killer suddenly disappeared.
Yep.
Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. That's right, your mask went flying off your face. Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask? Do you have a dagger wound under there somewhere? Then I'd say this whole case is solved.
Yep. Oh, he's steaming.
Ow.
He ascended.
He did. Or came.
He did all above.
Oh, she cries.
Oh.
Oh, where'd that coffee come from?
So you gonna take them off?
Just now. I saw her spirit in you.
Me as in me?
I never liked you.
I never liked me either.
6 years ago.
6 years ago.
You helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison.
He didn't know that.
No.
Then, while I was sleeping, you let me die.
He didn't, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't care. You just kept living your pathetic, happy-go-lucky life. You even had no nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought.
Mr. Godot.
But I was wrong about you. I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find in my heart is to forgive.
Was himself.
Yeah.
Was me.
You. Yourself.
I was the one that failed to protect me.
Exactly.
Me and no one else.
Look, I tried to avert my eyes from the truth to escape from the harshness of reality.
I just couldn't face Mia's death head on, so I ran. I hid behind a mask. I threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit.
But you saved Maya.
Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway.
What do you mean?
Are you listening, Maya? If I had really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have gone and talked to right away.
Yeah.
Who'd that be? Are you talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother. But I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. Do you know why? The real reason?
No, why?
I suppose I wasn't really interested in saving you at all.
Huh?
I was interested in Geico saving insurance.
Yeah, I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul.
And my car.
My car's turns. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia and drugs. Nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me.
No.
For I've sinned.
You're wrong. You put your life on the line to save Maya.
Yep.
Was it really for my sake? Even I'm not really sure.
What do you mean by that?
The judge is so confused.
I know. That night, in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette.
Oh, he's kind of hot now.
I know.
A part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dolly Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Misty Faye, or even that little girl. But I still picked up the blade. It was like I was dreaming. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect my Faye? Or was it something else?
Weird.
I don't know. Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply to desire for revenge and vengeance? And now, I don't know anything anymore. I did learn something today, however.
Oh, he didn't know anything and now he learned.
I finally realized that I was there going,
No shit, Sherlock.
I was just chasing the illusion of fantasy. The stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom. You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off, as a true defender of the people. In that one moment, I understood everything.
Mr. Godot.
I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando.
Mr. Rondo, I believe in you. I know you were trying to see me.
Oh,
Thanks.
your wound. It's bleeding.
Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist.
Okay, you're not bleeding then. Never mind.
These must be my tears.
Manly tears.
Years.
Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment.
Mr. Armando,
You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
okay.
Is Phoenix just being sassy over there?
Yeah. Your verdict. This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant,
Yes, Your Honor.
although you weren't directly involved in the murder. Tampering with the body and the crime scene is a serious offense in itself. Yep.
I understand, Your Honor.
Mr.
Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk and I was willing to cooperate anyway.
Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, there's everything else.
Yes.
Well, there's one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I want to apologize to you
Apologize to me for what?
for the case 5 years ago, of course.
I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover?
Not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it. She's going to do it. She was planning to kill me.
It's not all that surprising. These two of you hardly knew each other.
Huh? What do you mean?
You and my sister. You only met twice.
Oh, did she take her place?
Yep.
We only met twice?
The first time you met was on that fateful day. The day she poisoned Mr. Armando in the cafeteria of this very courthouse. Next time you met her was 8 months later.
So,
You met her again on the day that she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed.
He swallowed them pills. No, just... I can't... True, no, true. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were...
For these 8 months, the one that you thought was Dolly Hotphone wasn't actually my sister.
Huh, it wasn't Dahlia.
yeah.
I hope one day you can forgive me, Fanny.
You mean...
Yeah.
That's right. I lied to you for 8 months.
But why? Why would you do such a thing?
Ever since you gave me the bottle that day.
You...
Yeah. Ever since she gave you the bottle that day. God, sorry, my brain blanked.
I mean, we've been recording for like 4 hours, so,
My sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and their surveillance. She couldn't move about freely.
So that's why you...
My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst. Yeah.
prepared for the worst.
She thought that you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice.
I mean, she was ready to kill me, don't you?
She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it. She agreed to give me a chance.
And that's why you came to me. You came to get to the bottle pendant back from me in her place.
But I couldn't get you to give back. I found out something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer.
Oh.
She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened.
That was a bit strange, wasn't it? Until that day, you two were partners in crime, and she wouldn't confer with you. She would confer with you.
I think she must have noticed.
Feelings, maybe?
Noticed what? Feelings?
My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Even if it meant her life or mine.
Iris.
I've spent these 8 months by your side. My feelings towards you, they changed.
I have something to say to you, too.
Yes?
You really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, I still believe in you.
Oh no, you're gonna make her cry.
Thank you.
Oh god.
How many cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know.
Okay, same though.
I'll tell you though. Right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I've ever had.
Because it's your last one.
Don't you think so? Phoenix, right?
That's trite.
No!
Oh.
No!
Yeah. I think you're right.
The purpose of this trial was the rule on the murder of the victim, Elise. At some point, I expect you will be tried for your role as accomplice in this case.
Understand, Your Honor.
Okay, very well. On that charge of murder, I hereby find the defendant guilty. The court is adjourned. Sorry, I had to. Ichika looked at me. Ichika looked at me and I had to do that.
It went with the gavel, though.
It did! Okay. Oh my god.
So I guess it's all over. The way everything ended. Was justice really served? The man who risked his life to save Maya is being sent to prison by my own hand.
Of course justice was served.
Oops. I mean, Mia.
Yeah. I'm proud of you, Phoenix. Your defense was truly brilliant.
But I couldn't save Mr. Armando. The man who cared for you deeply.
You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego, whatever the fuck your name is. You saved him the only way possible.
Passable. And fucking South Park character now. You mean with that verdict?
I think one day you'll understand too. Phoenix, I want you to remember one thing. You're a bitch. You were as good out there today as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. There's nothing more you can learn from me.
Mia.
You accomplished something I wasn't able to, because you're dead. I owe you a great deal. Thank you.
Mia.
I'm sure you will meet again someday, Phoenix.
Mia.
Okay. Where's Pearl?
I've handled lots of cases and seen lots of things, but a dead Pearl's the first. And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. Where does the beef go?
Oh,
What does it really mean to defend someone?
Beef.
I suppose today's case produced one possible answer.
Oh.
Nick,
Maya.
I guess it's just like my sis said.
Mia? What'd she say?
That night, when I challenged
me how to get her advice on what to do. This is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Beast will save everyone in the end.
Oh, sure. Put it on me. But...
Come on, cut it out, that gloomy face. Can't you see? We exist, and I'm sure others do. We owe you for everything we have done, Rustic.
Maya, how can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. And you even got whipped. Francisca.
Still soft as always, Phoenix Wright. Excellent work, Wright.
Sir, did you get back?
When did you get back?
Oh,
I
that's
don't know
right.
anymore.
I guess Maya really doesn't know how to word. Edgeworth and Francisca have actually been helping me.
Helping you?
Yep.
If these two hadn't been there on the first day of the trial, even though Francisca's kind of been a bitch a little bit, the fence wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
But she's our bitch.
Yeah.
But where were you, Nick?
Dead. I heard he fell into a river and caught a nasty cold which forced him to sleep all day. Yeah, he laid in bed shivering from his fever and with Iris's hood pulled over his head.
Oh, ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. You definitely need more training. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. And you too. Francisco?
I don't suppose.
Oh.
Oh yeah. There's room for me in this group hug, is there?
Oh, Larry!
What's with the longer face than usual?
Recently when I was reborn, I realized that Larry was never never was any use to anyone, and not even what he wants.
But that's not true, right, Nick?
What? You're asking me?
Well, Nick, is it true? I got a place in this world, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I were gone for good.
No. Oh yeah. Those portraits you painted, they were really good. Isn't that right, Ed?
What? Me? Why are you making that face? Huh, Reggie? Oh, well, yeah, they indeed. I certainly can't say that they lack resemblance. Did you mean it? What about you, Frenzy? Did I draw you well, too? Well, my beauty can't possibly be captured by me or Curran. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort you put into it, and that's worth something. So, you'll do it like you promised? I'm confused. You're going to model for my next picture book? Don't get carried away. Oh my god. He's insane. Well, how about that? I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. The painting pro is pretty darn good too, if you ask me. Huh? Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around.
Pearls, where could she have gone? Normally she would have made a beeline for Maya.
Oh! I'll go look for her. Be right back. Maybe she's sleeping sore. Oh. Hey, Pearly! Oh, right.
Left.
You seem to be incredibly puzzled. I suspect you are wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that has happened?
Yeah.
To be honest, I can't understand it either.
Francesca. That's right, she lost her father fairly recently as well.
I think I understand how she feels. Maya's a much wiser person than she appears, and I think she realizes something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can. What do you mean by... Now is exactly the time? Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that was hurt far more deeply than she was. I believe it's for that person that Maya is trying her best not to cry.
Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya. Edgeworth, I think I'm starting to understand too. Ow.
Then tell me, Phoenix Wright, who's Maya being strong for? Is it Nick?
No.
It's a Pearl?
I think it's Pearl.
Okay. Yeah, okay, it's Pearl. Pearl Faye? Yeah, okay. Right.
That poor kid, after all, the reason that she worked so hard to follow instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. It's for the good of the Fae clan. I'm sure she believed in every little word, even Gravy. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy to be Gravy.
Right. That broken thing again.
It shows how truly devoted she is to Maya.
It's cruel irony that it was her
Exuberance.
Exuberance that led to this tragedy. Well, using big words. Maya's Faye's mother was killed, and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable.
That's exactly what Maya's putting on a brave face. What? Jesus fucking Christ, Zoe.
What the fuck is she doing?
She freaked out when she jumped on my bed.
Oh my god, of course.
She's doing it for Pearl's sake, until she can see her smile again. Pulsating man.
Okay, this is where you are. Oh, looks like we got quite the bunch. Ouch, what the fuck? I mean, what's that for, sir?
What the fuck? I mean,
Sorry about that, Scruffy. My whip just seemed to have a mind of its own. Of course, son.
What's up, Detective Gumshoe?
Ow. Oh, you know, this, that. Anyway, creds on your win. Let's get out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me. My salary is just sort of kind of on now by 2020 weedy bit, but it's alright. I made reservations at the first-class French restaurant tonight.
Oh no. Not Tribulations.
Pretty good work, Scruffy. That whip is your reward.
Detective Gumshoe? This is a first-class restaurant. French restaurant. You don't mean...
Caribbean? Where else?
I knew it. We're doomed.
Come on, let's get out. Let's go. Everyone can't keep Maggie waiting, pal. Hey, you two, hey, you crybaby, you're mine too. Oh, forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the Leader's shack eating potatoes. No!
Okay. You know, Maya's taking an awfully long time to get back. She's still out looking for pearls.
Oh.
Oh, Maya, what's wrong?
Nick, what do I do? I can't find her anywhere.
Huh?
I'll bet she just went back home, that's all.
I thought that too, so I called the village. But no one has heard from her. This has never happened before.
Did she go... As I figured, she's been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya.
But none of this is her fault. What should I do?
Detective Gumshoe.
Yeah, what is it, pal?
Could you guys go on ahead?
But what about you?
Man, we'll join you guys once we find pearls.
Nick?
Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, but you're the...
Oh, very well, Phoenix Wright. We'll go on ahead.
Don't keep us waiting, right?
We won't.
But where should we look? Where could we have gone?
Let's go, Maya. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to.
Okay, so yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Harusuke's temple.
For pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started. What's this? You're all back so soon.
This is the beginning.
I thought we'd be eating mashed potatoes alone tonight.
Oh, she's here? Pearl is here?
She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her?
Okay.
Oh,
It just looks like a dungeon.
it does.
Police are here.
Maya, the hanging scroll.
Oh, did she clean it?
Maya. Don't clean it off.
It's gotta be pearls.
Yeah.
Mystic... Mystic Maya!
Pearly. Why did you just leave like that?
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! I swore that I would never trouble the two of you ever again. Because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's mother. That's why you came here. I mean, that's why you came here.
Family.
It's the least I could do to pray for your happiness.
You don't have to do that, Pearly. It wasn't your fault. You did not. Of course I saw that my mother's gone.
I mean,
But how do I say this? I'm still happy?
You don't have to lie just to make me happy feel better.
No, really. It's true. The only reason I'm still here is thanks to everyone who else is there for me. My sis, my mother, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you.
And thank you, the viewer.
Yeah. If every one of you weren't there, I'm sure I wouldn't still be alive right now. That's why I had to be strong. For all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do.
Mystic Maya. I'm impressed you truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty.
Sister Bikini.
Your mother, Mystic Misty, was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night.
After dishonoring the good name of Korean, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya is always in my thoughts. It's true. She'll always be with me until the day I die.
Your spirit was with her. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets. Regrets, apparently.
Regrets.
Battery is low.
Oh no.
She'll always be with me until the day I die, huh? There's a rule, or something, all masters are to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die. That's the master's talisman! That's the Misty. That's the Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important, rather it was the contents.
oh,
That's
drugs.
a photo of drugs.
Probably a
Mother.
now you can break down.
It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. But what makes us human is that we fight for others. But who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of what a human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question.
Aw.
Even when the battle is over and the bonds that connect us are severed, we always return, time and time again. Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando, and Maya's mother, too. I learned that from all of them. Well, should we get going? Everyone is waiting. This is the day to remember, a day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome today. But I still can't. Oh, go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime. Okay.
Alright, I'm going to make a brand new start too. This bikini, I'll be back for more training, I promise.
I know, and I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for 3 when you come back.
Alright, we're going to have a great feast today, Brilly. You know what? Because training is a battle of endurance.
Okay, Mystic Maya, I'll eat lots and lots of food tonight. You know, there's one thing I don't get, and probably don't want to, but...
What is it, Nick?
Reservation for training is fine and all. But why for 3?
Come on, what do you think? You're the one of us, Nick. Next time you can train right alongside us.
Huh? I'll be waiting for you. Just Bikini will take special care of you. Huh?
You're great, Nick. We're going to do the special course, naturally.
Nick is one of the girls.
That's a great idea after all, Mr. Nick. You'd do anything for Mr. Maya, wouldn't you? You'd walk on hot coals, right?
We'll have a nice big meal before we come next time, right, Nick?
You know, I was wondering if I could just say one little thing.
Sure, of course you can.
Oh, I love this part. I can't wait to hear it. I'm getting goosebumps too. Well, then, here goes nothing.
Oh my god. Cute.
Oh my god. The sun's coming up also.
Oh no, it's still dark here.
Oh.
Are we going to work, Mr. Coon? The office manager of Kuro, and I gotta be good and big sister Twirly and Nick too. As long as like I'm not looked up for air capture or something like that.
I wasn't expecting that. It's okay.
That's right. They have closing dialogue.
Yeah.
We gotta remember who plays who. So it's true, Mr. Nick really is Mystic Maya's knight in shining armor. We went through the special course all the way to the end. Actually, I heard there's a legendary extra special algebra course here too. I think I'll surprise the 2 of them by making them a secret reservation.
Oh my god, of course. Oh no. Might have brought me a better new coat as a present. I feel 10 years younger. I still have got it. I'll take it off.
Yes, but somehow you just don't seem the same. I guess a dirty, shabby, and overcoat is just a detective like Sir.
Don't worry about it. In the name of love, a man will soil himself silly. So, okay.
Okay, he's gonna shit himself.
That was on me.
Yeah.
Sure. Once again, your jet. Thanks to you, the treasures that was a great success. I even got to see Miss Swan Carmen, who I haven't seen for almost a year. She taught me how to use the whip, and still, I must show you what I've learned.
Oh.
Okay. Sexual,
Harassment? With a whip? That's you.
Oh.
This is kind of like a massacre.
We're dedicated to stopping the evil plans of all that comes in the city.
Our motto is cut it out, please.
Well, you sell pens to criminals. I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think maybe we're the most criminals. Worst criminals. We're most criminals, okay.
We're just most criminals.
It was very thin.
Oh, hey.
I wanted to show my appreciation to Mr. Wright for extending Don Tiger, whatever. So I sent him 55,000. He said, a special thick tea, so I mixed with my own 2 hands. I bet he's drinking it now. Then, a third comparison.
She's crazy. But I love her.
Yeah. She reminds me of a Soul Eater character, though. Oh, it's
God.
just an old man.
This old man in a way where he go grab a coat and watch what. At least that's what I thought. But my grandkids had a birthday party for me the other day and talked about Bear being 69 years old, and I cried like baby with a diaper. Okay.
A baby with a diaper.
Not dirty, it's just diaper. Oh god. As usual, as work, we hired a new programmer to replace him. I do remember everyone get along with. His name is Adam Meta. As soon as I heard his name, I knew her brain cursor would have played perfectly. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think you were her. I'm pretty sure. Okay.
I was trying to make her robotic voice again, but it was hard.
Oh. My. More reporters. Since the murder, we've made so much money, I hardly know what to do. I think the magazines like us because I provide such a nice visual, especially in spring. I can hardly wait for Iris to come back.
Okay, but she's in jail right now, but okay.
Yeah. A special thanks. No.
You're turned into such a rhythm of the brand, Feeny. It was so sweet of you and everyone else to come and visit me here for the birthday. Of course I was happy that you constantly had your eyes on me, but I felt kind of bad when the little one slapped you so hard you got nosebleed.
Pearl, I'm assuming Pearl slapped him. That's hilarious.
Objection.
Objection.
Ben Groman Judd. Objection.
Oh, my dude.
Sean King. Sion King or something.
Objection!
Christina Catano.
Objection!
Oh,
God, he's
such
so
a deep
fucking
voice. James C. Wilson.
God, he's just got to drink all that coffee.
Oh, and then he threw it. Janet Husu.
God.
David Chrislip.
God, his little...
Oh no. What's this? I'm back from a long and tiring vacation and no one's here to greet me. I guess I was wrong. My little whipsnapper buddy quit and now I've got no one. And what kind of lonely, crazy security room is this supposed to be anyway? What with all the flashing lights and switches, I feel like some kind of weird space alien. And now what I'm going to do with all these macadamia nuts I bought. If I'm having a seizure. Oh no. I heard the heart. Oh, will I ever find a gentleman?
Oh my god.
She just started going faster.
She did!
Hilary.
I finally found something I love to do. Frenzy whippy whip, which whip is gonna turn into the world art world. I should have realized it sooner. Sometimes lazy, antisocial. I'm an artist and a really good portrait artist. I'm not a loser at all. Okay, he's not a loser.
He could be.
Sure. If you say so, son.
Aww.
Cute.
Oh, neat.
Titties.
Yeah.
They all got titties.
Even Godot.
Yes.
Oh my god. We did it. We beat the system.
Okay.
We beat the
Rich's
government.
mission.
Yes.
Objection.
Objection.